Hello and welcome to your 6 weeks beginners Pilates program. Each session we're going to have a different focus, so by the end of the 6 weeks you'll have a better understanding of Pilates, the principles of Pilates and the benefits that it has. So for today's session we're going to be starting in a standing position, so you don't need any equipment, don't really need too much space because throughout the majority of the session we are going to be in a standing position. So I'm going to be taking you through a bit of alignment in a standing setup. I'm also going to be working through some mobility exercises, some balance and some core centering exercises. So throughout this session you will have a much better understanding of the principles that Pilates has. So if you'd like to find yourself some space, take yourself into a standing position to start with. So I want you to imagine that you're standing on a clock face and you want to bring your toes out to the side. So just imagine that your toes are 10 to the hour and 10 past the hour. Then from there you're going to bring your heels to line up nicely with the toes. So this will just help to align your ankles, your knees and your hips. You want to keep a nice soft bend through the knees, so we don't ever want to be locking those knees out completely. So just a nice soft bend through the knees, relaxing the arms down by the sides, so we want to keep those shoulders away from the ears throughout all our Pilates exercises. When we're working on floor exercises, you want to make sure that you haven't got your shoulders hunched up by your ears. So really pull them shoulders down, relax the hands down by the side. You also want to relax your chin. I like to say rest your chin on a shelf. So what you need to remember is that the neck is also part of the spine. So we want to keep that neck in line with the rest of the spine, so we're not lifting up through the neck or coming down through there. So throughout all exercises, remember chin on the shelf, keeping that alignment from the neck all the way down to the spine. So you just want to imagine someone's got a piece of string on the top of your head and they're pulling that string up, so you're really lengthening through the whole body, standing nice and tall. So from here, all you're going to do is just look over your left shoulder and just hold that stretch. So hold it there, feel that stretch through the neck and bring it back into the middle and then across to the other side. Good, and again just hold it there, back into the middle and across to the other side. Good, and again. So these exercises are really good if you find that you're sitting at a desk a lot in front of a computer. It's nice just to be able to loosen up the neck, and these exercises can of course be done anywhere, whether you're sitting down, standing up. Good, last one across and back into the middle. Good, then from there keeping those shoulders down, you're just going to bring the ear across the shoulder, so try not to lean your whole body across when you do this, so everything else stays nice and still. You're just feeling that stretch through the side of the neck, back into the middle and across to the other side. Good. And again back across. If you feel that you need to hold this position for a little bit longer on one side just to increase that stretch, then you're more than welcome to hold that stretch for a little bit longer. And up. Good, let's go for one more on each side. And up. Last one. Good, and back to the middle. Good, then from there, just bringing the chin down to the chest. I'll show you from the side. We're now just stretching through the back of the neck, into the middle, and back down again, chin to chest. Just feel that stretch through the back of the neck, back into the middle, and back down again, and up. Down, last one, and back into the middle, keeping that chin on that shelf. From here we're drawing those shoulders forwards, up, back and down. So let's draw some nice big circles with those shoulders, drawing them back away from the ears. Nice big circles, Take a nice deep breath in through the nose as the shoulders come up, and exhale through the mouth as those shoulders come down. So we're taking it nice and slow. Throughout Pilates, all these exercises are slow and controlled. So at the end of the 6 weeks, you're also going to have a much better understanding of what your body is capable of doing and the control that you have with your body. Then from there, let's bring the arms up into it just to increase that stretch. Nice big circles with the arms. Again, even more so with the breathing now. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale. So inhale on the way up and exhale on the way down, and again. Good. Really focus on that breathing. Deep breath in and exhale, controlling that movement. And last one. And relax it there. We're going to stretch out through the chest now, so I want you to bring your arms out as far as you can, really stretching out through the chest. So you should feel that pull from the arm across the chest, so you're really opening out through there. And then you're going to do the reverse now and just give yourself a hug. So wrap your arms around on the shoulders, bring that chin into the chest and give yourself a nice big hug. And again, let's open out through the chest and give yourself a hug. These mobility exercises are quite nice exercises to work through in the mornings, just to loosen everything up, as you can feel a little bit stiff when you wake up first thing in the morning. And open out again. And give yourself one more big hug. Relax those arms down, bring that chin back up onto the shelf. You're going to bring the arms out in front of you, stacking the arms on top of each other. Again, keep them shoulders down, away from the ears. With this exercise, you want to keep your hips fixed forward, so there's going to be no twisting through the hips with this one. Keep them fixed in that forward position. And then all you're going to do is just turn the head and shoulder round to one side, back into the middle, and across to the other side. So really focus on keeping those hips fixed forward. It's quite easy to allow the hips to twist with you. So what I like to think is just imagine you're trying to push the hips the opposite direction to which you're turning, and that will help for you to keep them fixed forward. So you should just feel a stretch through the back, so we're just mobilising through the spine there. Again, nice one to work through first thing in the morning if there's any tightness through the back. Let's keep that going. If you need to hold it for a little bit longer, just to feel that stretch, then you can. Just make sure those hips are not coming round with you. Good. And now relax those arms down by the side. From here, you're just going to slide the hand almost down the leg and lean across to one side, back into the middle, and across to the other side. With this one, it's important to make sure that as you lean across, you're not lifting that foot up in order to help reach further. So keep those feet firmly on the floor and just lean across to one side and back to the other. So we're stretching out through the side and opening up those joints right in to the lower back. And again, if you want to hold for a little bit longer with this one, just to feel that stretch, you can. Let's keep it going. Take it as far as you can, don't force the movement. And if you're comfortable with that, you can increase it by lifting the arm above the head. That will really just increase that stretch as you reach across. And again. Good, keep it going. Keep those feet on the floor, reach as far as you can, feel that stretch. One more on each side. And last one. And relax it there. Good, okay, from there we're going to take it into what we call in Pilates a roll down. So we're going to be working through each segment of the spine. So I'm going to show you from the side so you can see the breakdown. So the first thing we do is bring the chin down to the chest. You then round your shoulders in, nice and slowly, with that chin into the chest. Just reach down towards the floor, taking those hands as far as you can. Don't lock the knees out, keep a soft bend in the knees, but you want to try and keep them straight so you can feel that stretch through the back of the legs. Once you get your hands as far as you can, just hold it there and just allow the arms to hang. So don't worry if you feel that you're just past your knees. You will find the more you work through this exercise, the further you'll be able to get your hands down to the floor. So just work at your own level. Take the hands to where you can, hold it there. Then on the way up, we keep the chin to the chest, keep it nice and slow. We roll back up through the spine. So the head should be the last thing to come back up at the top, and you can give those shoulders a little roll back as you get to the top. We're going to go again. This time you want to try and take those hands a little bit closer to the floor now. So chin to chest, round the shoulders, almost feel each segment of your spine peeling down from the top, the middle and the bottom. So we take it nice and slow. Hold it there once you get as far as you can. Feel that stretch through the back of the legs and also in to the lower back there. You can give your arms a swing in this position just to loosen up a little bit more through the shoulders. Feel that stretch, and then we'll slowly roll it back up to the top. Keep that chin tucked into the chest, don't go too fast. Bringing that head up at the end and rolling them shoulders back. Good. So we're going to go for that one more time again. See if you can get those hands a little bit further this time. Nice and slow, chin to chest, round the shoulders, reach it down as far as you can, take your time. You should find even after these 3 goes of a roll down that your hand should be a little bit closer to the floor. So even after 3 goes, that flexibility does increase. So that's another thing. At the end of the 6 weeks, you will find that Pilates will help with your flexibility. And even in this position from here, you can move the neck side to side, allow the head to be heavy, let the head hang. And from there, again, keep it slow. Because you may feel already as you roll back up to the top, you can feel a little bit lightheaded as you come back up to the top. Good. Roll those shoulders back. Take your time as you come back up to the top. And relax those shoulders down. Okay, from here we're going to work on our pelvis now. So we're going to work on some pelvic tilts to mobilise through the pelvis and just help you to understand where your neutral position of the pelvis is. So you want to bring your hands, fingertips on the front of the hips and thumbs onto the back there. From here, I want you just to imagine that your pelvis is a bowl. So I'll show you from the side so you can see. So you're tipping the water out the bowl and then bringing that bowl up to the middle again. So you're tipping forwards, tipping that water out, and then tipping that water out the back. So keep it going through there, working on that mobility of the pelvis. Again, don't force it through, just take it to where you can. Can be quite a strange movement if you haven't done it before. You might find that there's not much movement through the pelvis, but the more you work through this exercise, the more mobility you find that you'll have through there. So it's almost just a little round through the lower back and then making an arch in the lower back. So in between those two movements, you'll find your neutral pelvis. So throughout any Pilates exercise, if I say make sure your pelvis is in neutral, I'm going to show you what I mean by that, because if I was just to tell you to put your pelvis in neutral, you wouldn't understand where that position might be. So in between pushing forwards and backwards, you want to bring that pelvis in to the center of those two movements. So you'll find that you have to have a little squeeze on the core in order to keep it in that position. So when you're working through any activities, if you're standing, doing any washing up or housework at all, or sitting down on a chair, and you feel some tension through the lower back, just remind yourself of that neutral position. Push the pelvis forwards and backwards and just bring it in to the middle, and that will help to take any pressure off from the lower back. So keeping that pelvis in that neutral position, we're going to work through the center of the body now, working through our core and our breathing. So we're going to start on our breathing technique. So with Pilates, we work through lateral breathing. So you want to place your fingertips on your ribs, so fingertips on the back again, thumbs on the back, so you've got your rib cage covered with your hands there. Relaxing those shoulders down away from the ears. You're going to take a nice deep breath in through the nose, and then exhale through the mouth. So what you want to make sure you're doing is breathing laterally. So as you take a deep breath in, you don't want that chest to expand, so you don't want to be lifting up through the chest. That type of breathing is thoracic breathing, so we don't want to work through that breathing in a Pilates exercise. So deep breath in through the nose. You want to feel your rib cage expanding from the sides and the back, keeping those shoulders relaxed down away from the ears. So take a deep breath in and exhale. So there shouldn't be any movement from the upper body, so keep that breathing going, just keep working with it. It can take a while to get the hang of it. Inhale through the nose, relax those shoulders, exhale through the mouth. Feel that rib cage expanding as you breathe in and deflating as you breathe out. Keep it going. Good, and again. Good, so just imagine your rib cage is a balloon, so you should feel it expanding as you breathe in. That balloon's expanding, and as you exhale, that balloon is deflating. And relax it there, good. Relax the arms down by the sides. So with the breathing, that's something that you can work on. It's very important through Pilates exercises to take those controlled deep breaths. Next thing we're going to work on is our core centering. So we're going to work on engaging those core muscles. So to start with, we're going to focus on the belly button. So I want you to imagine someone's tied a piece of string to your belly button and they're pulling it right back towards the spine. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, you're going to take a nice deep breath in through the nose, and when you exhale, that's when you're going to draw your belly button back to the spine as far as you can. So to start with, we're going to put it back 100%. Okay, so take a nice deep breath in through the nose, and as you exhale, draw that belly button right back towards the spine as much as you can. Hold it for a little bit and then release it there. And again, deep breath in through the nose. As you exhale, draw that belly button right back to the spine as far as you can, and then relax it there. So you're almost just squeezing the core as much as you can. Imagine that piece of string is being pulled right back. So next time, we're now going to pull back to 50%. So the first time you were drawing back to 100%, now you're only going to draw back to about 50%. So deep breath in through the nose, and as you exhale, just draw back roughly to 50%. You just keep working through that as I'm talking you through. Deep breath through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Draw back roughly to 50%. Hold that squeeze for a little bit so you can feel the squeeze, and then release the muscles there. Last time. And relax it there. Next one, we're now going to drop back just to 25%. So we're breaking it down from 100 to 50 to 25. So 25% is the amount of core engagement that you want to have throughout all the Pilates exercises. So obviously we don't want to be pulling back to 100% because we won't be able to keep that breathing going as we go. So we want to keep it at a level of 25%. So let's take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale. Draw it back just to 25%, squeeze and relax there. And again, inhale, exhale, draw it in just to 25% and relax it there. Last one, exhale, squeeze 25%, pulling that belly button back to the spine and relax it there. Good, so that's working on the core engagement from the belly button. We're now going to focus on that pelvic floor engagement. So this time you want to think about pulling up. So just imagine we're working from a lift. So you're going to draw up to floor 10, then to floor 5, and then to floor 2. Okay, so the best way to think about this is just imagine you're in a really long queue. You need to go to the bathroom and you've just got to hold it in because you've got to wait in that queue. That's where that pelvic floor engagement comes from. It can take a little while just to get the hang of it, so you just want to keep practicing with this one. So let's take a deep breath in through the nose, and when you exhale, draw that pelvic floor right up to floor 10, hold that squeeze and then release it there. And again, inhale, exhale, pull that pelvic floor up to floor 10 and relax it there. Okay, we're now going to drop it down to floor 5. So deep breath in through the nose, exhale, pull that belly button up to floor 5 and relax it there. And again, deep breath in, exhale, draw that belly button up to floor 5 and relax it there. Last one, we're going to pull that pelvic floor up now to floor 2. So again, that's the level of engagement that you want throughout Pilates exercises. So deep breath in through the nose, exhale, draw that pelvic floor up to floor 2, squeeze and release there. And again, inhale, exhale, squeeze, pull that pelvic floor up and release there. Okay, last one, we're going to work through 3 inhales and exhale, and we're going to try and do both of them at the same time now. So we're drawing that belly button back towards the spine to 25% and pulling that pelvic floor up to floor 2. So we're going to do them both at the same time now. So deep breath in through the nose, exhale, squeeze, pull back, pull up and release it there. And again, inhale, exhale, pull up, pull back, squeeze, release it there. And last one, good, squeeze and relax it there. Good, so with the breathing, the lateral breathing and that core centering, just practice it in your own time because it can take a bit of time just to activate those core and pelvic floor muscles. So just keep working through that. Okay, let's loosen up through those hips now. So hands on the hips. We're just going to do some hip circles. So just imagine you're drawing a nice big circle with the hips in one direction to start with. It's the last one. Now change direction. Nice big circles in the opposite direction. Good, keep it going. Last one. And relax there, good. Keep those hands down by the side. We're now going to warm up the hips and the knees together at the same time. We're going to work through some squats. So I'm going to show you from the side. Keeping those feet hip width apart, so make sure those ankles are directly under the knees in line with the hips. Imagine there's a chair behind you. You're going to push your weight through your heels, stick the hips out, and imagine you're going to sit down onto that chair, making sure you're keeping that back up nice and straight. So you don't want to be leaning down here as you go into the squat. Keep that back up nice and straight. Take it to where you can, don't take it too deep. Drive back up through the heels, up to the top. So you want to work at your own level with this one, even if it's just a mini squat to there, and back up again. Just work at your own pace with this one. As we come down, inhale through the nose, and exhale as we drive back up. Inhale on the way down, and exhale as we come up. Good, keep that going. Making sure you're controlling through the knees, so you don't want those knees to cave in as you push up. So keep pushing out against the knees, control that movement, and back up again. Keep engagement in the core at the same time. And exhale as you drive up. And again, inhale, exhale up. So we inhale to prepare, and then we exhale on that exertion. So we exhale on that biggest movement. Good, last one. We're going to hold at the bottom and just do some small pulses at the bottom. Wherever you are, if you're a little bit higher, just pulse gently. Feel those quads burning. 3, 2, 1. And back to the top. Good, that should have warmed up those quads. You should be feeling much warmer after that one. Now we're going to work on to the ankles. So pushing the toes down into the floor, just doing nice big circles with the ankles. Good, one direction to start with. And change direction. Keep it going. And change over, same on the other side. Nice big circles. Mobilising the ankles. Again, work at your own level, so if you need to decrease the range and do smaller circles, then work through some smaller circles. Change direction. And relax it there. Good, okay. Now we've worked through our alignment and our breathing, and we've mobilised through the whole body, so you should be feeling a little bit warmer now. We're now going to focus on some balance work. So to start with, all you're going to do is just shift your weight a bit like a penguin from one foot to the other. So you're just shifting side to side. Even when you're doing this, squeeze that core. So the core is our powerhouse, so we need to make sure the core is activated before we go into any kind of movement. So it all starts from that core, so keep it engaged. Good. Now from here, if you're comfortable with that weight shift, now see if you can hold the weight on one leg for a little bit longer. Keep the core engaged and make sure the hip isn't hiking, so you want to keep everything up nice and straight, and then back to the other side. If you want to stick to the weight shift, stick to that, but if you can hold it for a little bit longer, then that will just push it a little bit more and just challenge you a little bit more. If you really want to challenge with this one, try and do it whilst closing your eyes. It's amazing how much challenging it makes it when you close your eyes. Good, last one. And relax it there. From there, we're going to take it into some toe taps. So we're going to be balancing on one leg. So if we balance on the left leg to start with, keep a soft bend in that left leg, core engaged. We're just going to tap the foot forwards, to the sides, and then to the back again. So keep that core engaged. Forwards, to the sides, and back. Good, and again. Last one. Keep that core engaged. And back to the middle. Good. Let's switch over onto the other side. Tap forwards, side, and back. Good. And again. Core switched on. Standing nice and tall. Keep the shoulders down, away from the ears. Good. Last one. And back into the middle. Okay, again, this next exercise is a balance exercise, but it also mobilises through the ankles and warms up the calf muscles at the same time. So from here, you're going to push your weight up onto the balls of the feet, lifting the heels off the floor, and back down again. If you need a bit of support with this one, if you're near a wall at all, you can hold onto the wall just to help to support that transfer of weight. So keep that core engaged as you drive up. That core again is going to help control that movement. So as you're pushing up, just make sure those ankles are not wobbling in and out. Keep it nice and steady up to the balls of the feet and down again. Let's keep it going. Keep that core engaged. Last one, we're going to see if we can hold it at the top. So drive up onto the balls of the feet. See if you can hold it there. Keep that core engaged. Try not to wobble. Keep it there. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax it there. Good. Okay, next one. From here with that core engaged. Option 1, you can tap the foot out to the side and back in again. So just tap and back in. Or you can bring that leg off the floor, bring the leg out to the side and back into the middle again. So soft bend in that knee, bring that hip out and back in again. So you can keep in contact with the floor if you want to. If you want to challenge that even more to get that core switched on, bring the hands to the side and you're going to push the arms above the head and back in again. So squeeze that core, push up, bring the leg out and back in. So a bit of coordination with this one at the same time. So through here, we're actually working not only our core, but our shoulders and our glutes, and we're working through that strength in the hip all at the same time. So pick whichever level is best for you. So inhale to prepare and exhale as that leg goes out and the arms go up. Last one. Good, relax those arms down by the side. Let's change over. So option 1, tap to the side and back in, keeping in contact with the floor, core engaged, or you can bring that leg out to the side, keeping a soft bend in that other leg, controlling that balance. To increase that further, we bring the arms into it, squeeze the core, push up and back in. So inhale to prepare and exhale as the arms go up and the leg goes out. Keep it going. Good. Last one. And relax there, good, relax those arms down by the side. Okay, just to finish off now, I'm just going to show you how we would bring it down onto the floor in a Pilates routine. So standing towards the edge of your mat, or if you haven't got a mat, just standing to the side. We work through this in the form of the roll downs that we done. So we bring the chin to the chest, round the shoulders in, nice and slowly reach it down towards the floor. Take your time. Once your hands get as far as they can, so if your hands are just past your knees, then bend your knees to help get your hands to the floor. Lower those knees down to the floor. into the all fours position. So when you're in the all fours position, you want to make sure your knees are in line with your hips and your elbows and wrists are directly under your shoulders. So you want to keep that alignment, and again with the neck, make sure the neck's in line with the rest of the spine, so you're looking straight down to the mat. And from there, you're just going to sit back onto the heels. You can reach the fingertips away with this one into the child's pose, just to stretch out through the lower back there. Hold that stretch. Reach the fingertips away as far as you can. Take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. So you want to sit back to the heels as far as you can. Again, if you're here, that's fine. The more you work through this exercise and hold this stretch, you'll find that you'll be able to get those glutes much closer to the heels. Good. Another deep breath in and exhale. Good, and just bring yourself back up into a seated position. Well done, you've completed session 1 of your 6 weeks Pilates program. So you should feel nicely warmed up. We've mobilised through the whole body through that session. So with the next session, now we've worked from standing down onto the floor, we're going to be working on some floor exercises, and the focus is going to be on upper body. So like I say, it's going to be broken down each week. So at the end of those 6 weeks, you're going to be completing one full body Pilates session, and you'll have a much better understanding of the benefits and principles of Pilates.